Where'd he go? He's gone.
Boo.
Back.
Ah!
Ah.
I
have anxiety. You can't do that.
Great, you gave her anxiety.
I've unlearned object permanence. Where did you go?
I thought we all understood that this was D&D, so it's constant anxiety. All right, quick recap. Boy, what a time we've had. You guys had finished basically offering to your respective godparents. Then afterwards, you went to go help Harlow make some soup, but was quickly interrupted by a large stone golem that had attacked the temple grounds, has broken the roof, and started attacking a lot of the columns, keeping this temple upright. Through immense cooperation or everyone doing their own thing, nobody really knows for sure, you guys managed to best the stone golem and stop it before it destroyed, I'd say a little over a third of the temple.
I think we often bullied it until it cried and then died of dehydration.
That's true.
That's the game we're playing today, as you now get to finally enjoy hot soup with Harlow. Because, man, the game just didn't want us to play that game. What happened, for everyone that is not watching, Fantasy Grounds decided to take away everything that I had.
Yay.
And then I fought custody, and I won full custody. I got it, and I'm back. Mara, you still need to level. Your hit points are looking a bit,
I'm doing it.
You're looking a little bit...
It looks weird.
You're looking a little bit 4th level there.
It looks weird. I don't like
A
it.
4th level of you.
How many times do I have to commit? Oh, save.
There
Okay,
you go.
there you go. Bruh.
Bruh. We went from 33 to 39? Oh, no, I guess that makes... Wait. Yeah, if you took the average. Okay, yep. Okay.
You said that sounds very 4th level of her, and I looked at my sheet and panicked, and then remembered I took a level in something else, so I too am very being 4th level right now.
Interesting.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I get for never multiclassing until now. I scare myself every time we turn the game on.
Yep. So, Prudence, Mara, Tendi, Leofston, Sin, and Poppy.
You called?
You are... I didn't call collect, so now I get to charge you for the full couple hours that this call is going to take.
Oh no.
Come get small bites.
That's so weird.
Alright, so you guys are talking with Harlow. As he miraculously got hit by a piece of flying debris and doesn't have any life-threatening injuries. He was knocked unconscious riding piggyback on top of Prudence, but you have brought him back just in time for the soup to be at its peak level of tastitude, and you are all enjoying each other's company as you recant the tale of what happened to Harlow.
Prudence sits kneeling in front of Harlow, and she's wrapping a bandage around his head. For what reason do you think that a stone golem would appear out of nowhere and attack like this? Quit squirming.
I have a headache.
You have more than a headache, you have a concussion.
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you. Is this regular fare for your temple to be attacked by stone golem?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure if it was attacked previously. I'm pretty sure the temple would look much worse for the wear.
Prudence looks around at the temple that is much worse for the wear.
I don't believe that. We've had one. You're cutting off circulation to my head.
I have to tie it.
I've read that if you have a head injury, that you shouldn't eat. So, no soup for you.
Where did you read that?
That
In
seems
a
a
book.
little. That seems a little cruel.
In what book?
A book about concussions and head injuries.
Where did you look? Send me in the direction of that book.
I have had many a head injury, and I have never stopped eating afterwards.
In all my studies for like medicine and stuff, I didn't hear that. But maybe he just forgot to go over that part. That seems important, though.
We'll
Sleep.
leave it up
No
to
sleep.
Harlow. Yes, no sleep is one I've heard before.
All right.
Wait, Sin, do you just want more soup? You silly little goose.
You silly little guy.
The
It's an answer,
silence
that's
is
a yes.
telling. Tendy will share Tendy soup with Sin. Are we considering this like a rest of some kind, Jordan?
Sure. Be like a
Like
short.
if this is a short rest, then Tendy will probably eat a little less and then play for everybody so we can get our bardic rest nippy nappies. Except Harlow, he's not allowed to sleep.
Hey, Skylar, do you remember that talk to inanimate objects spell that you had?
Yeah, I was getting there, but also I can't do it today because I don't have it prepared.
This lesson is brought to you by Preparation.
Well, I
Eight.
didn't have the cube when I prepared the stuff, so I wasn't aware that I.
No, this is my ongoing training tutorial for Angie.
Oh.
Well, Harlow is pretty much kind of just, would someone, what exactly happened?
Well, we were in here about to enjoy soup with you, and we heard a rumbling. We went outside, and then a giant stone golem seemed to attack the Ouroboros, went off the side of the cliff, and then it was set to seem to be very determined to destroy the temple itself and not us. And then I think Leofston squished it into the ground, and then it sort of crumbled.
Yes,
Something like
Leofston.
that.
Leofston. Oh my goodness. Leofston was so big, like so big, and Leofston and punched Golem, and pull his arm up.
How could we be sure it wasn't Leofston that caused the damage to the temple?
Because
Leofston-
because we were there.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Leofston, did you damage
Leofston.
the temple?
Leofston, don't speak until your lawyer is present.
Leofston did knock down 3 pillars,
Leofston makes the
Pretty-
stinkiest face.
but picked back up again and put back.
Okay, Wicket, you're the lawyer. We don't stand in front. I got you the little briefcase. Remember? Stand in front. Protect him with the law.
He's like a 1-foot lawyer.
He's got
Not
like
even one.
he's got like a crunchy leaf that happens to just so like be folded up to look like it is a briefcase.
Yeah.
He's got his arms crossed. He's like holding the briefcase in front of him. It's kind of just that.
Amazing.
He really cleans up well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Law
well,
school changes a person.
I could have leftover soup once the concussion is all well and handled, but does anyone have anything for a headache?
I could try to heal. I can channel your ki in a certain way. Maybe that would help.
It doesn't. It sounds. No offense.
You're about to say made up, aren't you?
No, I've seen some great things. Most recently, a stone golem attacking the temple. I was meaning more of the, liquor variety.
Oh.
I have some whiskey.
Ooh.
Don't give
Wow.
the old man with a concussion whiskey.
Here I was thinking that I could come up with some sort of tonic or something. Guess you
That's
don't
what-
need it though.
That would probably be better.
But he did ask for it, so I don't know.
He also has a concussion. I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he wants.
I don't know if I'm quite understanding what the small one named Poppy is trying to get at.
Why'd you have to mention my height? That seems like inconsequential to like. I think I used the wrong term. It's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna.
Self-conscious.
Well, I mean, I didn't think I was before, but now I'm questioning it.
Well, I was called old earlier.
Well, that's just. I'm gonna. Do you have any flowers?
We're on the top of a mountain, and it's been rather chilly this past season, so those that I brought with me from below have probably wilted by now.
Perhaps we should take you to your husband.
But who would watch the temple?
The gods.
The temple's
it's fine. We will.
sort of destroyed.
I'm sure we could send word out, and by next year or 2 or 5, we could get this place back to good standing.
Do you intend to stay in this drafty, cold temple by yourself with a concussion?
What if we go grab your husband and bring him here?
Trade.
Trade.
I don't necessarily think a concussion would last as long as you think it might. I certainly won't go to sleep. He looks over at Sen. I won't eat soup at your behest, but I will definitely eat leftovers later. And yes, I do intend to stay up here, as I have for years.
Prudence is now making a stinky face.
Can Poppy like go through the cabinets and stuff and use like her herbalism kit and stuff to try to make something to soothe his headache? Also, I'm echoing.
I was gonna say she's absolutely echoing. We're all echoing a little bit through your mic, Jordan.
I don't hear any echoing.
I say that it's your mic only because when one of us talks in our mic, I can see your outline turn green.
Mm-hmm.
Wicket shrugs and does not understand audio.
But anyway, can I make something for a headache or something?
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
Yeah.
Leosin starts, while she's doing that, starts serving out the soup. He's a little battered and bruised from squishing the boy, but...
Tandy will press to digitize his bandage on his head to make it cold.
Aww.
Ooh. That's pretty nice.
As Leofston stops beside Prudence, she puts her hand on his forearm. So how did you destroy the golem, by the way? I happened to be inside at your order, so I missed it.
Sorry, got a dog barking.
I am not a dog. I am a tiefling.
The dog is barking. Well, he offers over the soup to her. We noticed that, according to Tendi, it was Tendi, right, that said that that like researched it and was able to tell us that it was resistant to non-magical. Well, and Tendi told us that it was resistant to non-magical attacks. That's why I told you to go check on Harlow, because he kind of trails off and like half shrugs, like you punch, and that wasn't gonna help. So it was focused on the pillars of the temple and not us, so I had to find a way to make us stop. And even though the sword I just received is magic and was harming it, it was not distracting it. So I picked it up.
He kind of up, really. She puts her chin in her hands and she's like looking right at him.
He like
tell me more.
He like puts his arms out like in like a bear hug and circling mode. I tried to pick it up and drag it away from the pillars, but it was very insistent.
For some reason, I imagine Leofston trying to hug it and just like pulling it back doesn't work, so he does that thing they do in wrestling where like he he makes his body a U, like he leans
Suplex.
all the way back so his head, yeah, it just suplexes the goblin thing.
He 100% suplexed the golem.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And then I made my body into a U shape and and made it hit the ground, trying to maybe break it apart.
And did you?
It was not as successful as I wanted, but at least it was no longer focused on the pillars.
Oh. If you said something, maybe when I was, initially getting Prudence's hands all over my skull, but there was a point one of you mentioned that it might be because someone summoned it here, like told it to come here.
Oh, yes, no, totally. We totally mentioned that, of course.
You did. It's in the video.
Would you have any enemies?
Personally, no. Most people find me to be quite a jovial fellow.
Well, I mean, the temple. Do you think that somebody would want to destroy the temple?
Godless heathens, or perhaps maybe destructive gods who aren't commonly worshipped at this temple, I assume, but it's a small temple, so it's very hard for them to really take time out of their busy hedonistic schedules to come down and just wreck shop on one stone temple with an old but charming fellow inside of it.
Well, they didn't do it, they sent something, if it was them. Something about it seemed very pointed, very summoned-like.
What about you? Do you all have enemies?
Countless.
A few.
I
No.
think I'm pretty good on the no enemies scale.
Give
Tendy
it
has
time.
friends, and Tendy has friends who is not Tendy's friends yet.
Yes, but who would know that we're here currently?
All right.
We only mentioned it to like 4 or 5 people.
Yes, but of those 4 or 5 people, I don't think that well, I just think it sounds outlandish that any of those people would have been interested in summoning this monstrosity here.
You know what does sound rather outlandish? I spent quite a while on this soup, and I am not able to partake in it because of some concussion.
Fake news. Next, you're going to tell me that Midgard is round.
It's a tree.
Well,
Midgard is flat and floats on back of giant turtle. Everyone knows this, Prudence.
Yeah,
as you can see,
everyone.
many stories have been passed down about the origins of Midgard itself, so no one quite knows for certain, but everyone thinks they do.
Yeah, you hear that, Jordan? Everyone thinks they do. You don't know anything about Midgard.
Oh shit, did Harlow just school me?
You got schooled by an old man with a concussion who can't eat his own soup.
Get
Because a
wrecked,
bug
Game
man told
Master.
him not to.
I can't make you not eat soup, so if you just, if you want some, I guess. I just read about it in a book, so I thought maybe it would be helpful.
Has Poppy... Sorry, go ahead.
Don't believe everything that you read.
Has Poppy been working on the tonic at all?
Yeah.
What are you putting in it?
Stuff.
That's,
Cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you give him a hot
Dry
or cold cup of
macaroni.
stuff?
Oh no! I forgot that I was making this, and I made him a flower crown. That's so weird.
Do you give him a hot or cold cup of stuff?
I give him a cold cup of stuff.
Okay. He smells it.
It's gonna taste bad. That's just how it works. That means it's good for you. Either that or that's a lie that my mom told me.
What exactly did you put in there?
You don't want to know.
No, I think somebody in particular would like to hear your creative juices flowing.
Yeah, well, that's more importantly, this cube, guys. Look at this.
I too would like to hear about the juice.
Leon, you're supposed to be on my side.
Did you still want to chase it with some whiskey?
Oh,
Don't
yes,
give
thank
it.
you.
Don't give him. Don't.
Alcohol.
Poppy grabs it.
That'll make it worse.
No, I think what I just tasted made it worse.
No. That'll make it good. This
I'd rather chase.
alcohol.
I'd rather chase this with that.
Well, then just eat some soup.
Prudence gets up and scoops some ice from outside that she's carried in with a bucket before onto Harlow's head.
You're
And
gonna dump,
Leof them up. Sorry.
you're gonna dump what on his head?
Earlier, Prudence got a bucket full of snow and is putting it on Harlow's head now. What were you gonna say, Kelly?
I was gonna say, while she does that, Leof offers him a bowl of soup.
Eat the soup. Eat the soup.
Chase it with this.
Tastes just like it did last week.
I got a little fuzzy about the golem trying to get back on my feet. What happened afterwards?
Oh, that's when Mara, Tendi, and Poppy teamed up, right?
Yeah, for a special move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Harlow kind of
The
sits on
move
the edge
is
of his
called
seat.
It's called the Flying Dutchman.
What's a Dutchman?
I think that's in the opposite.
Dutchman flies.
They're a group of poorly mannered people from the north.
Well, everyone from the north. Hey, hold on a second. I'm from the north.
Yeah,
The
but you
north,
have
north,
manners.
not this north, the way north.
I love that he said that, and Mara was just, no, it's the way north. And I just heard Kelly in his mic go,
He's making old man noises. I mean, I was inside, so I didn't contribute at all. I would love to hear what you did.
Okay, well, it all started with me making it to where the guy couldn't see anymore. He was blind. He couldn't see. And then Mara came in next for the middle part.
Are we
Well, explain-
recounting or are we making up?
we're making it up.
We're making up what something happened.
Because I did do, I got him stuck in a hole. Like I sucked him into the earth.
Yeah, something happened
Is
after
this after that?
This is
Yeah,
how you
we're
guys
telling the
defeated
story.
it.
After that, but before the suplexing?
No. The suplex
suplex.
happened. And then you three worked together to do something super cool.
And I made him blind by using blindness deafness.
Sorry, the logistics of this is boggling my mind, but okay.
Great storytellers.
I know, right? Well, I thorn whipped his arms and pulled them behind his back so he could stop smashing things.
There you go. There you
And
go.
Tindy's finisher.
I have one, but for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of the goddamn book that I'm trying to reference, and I'm so upset.
And
So
of
you-
Green Gables.
It's
You
an
set it
old
up for Sin, remember?
It's an old one
Oh.
where there's a person. This is a real book. It's an old book.
The
There's
Count of
a
Monte
person that
Cristo.
comes to an island, and there are small people on the island.
Animal Farm.
Gulliver's
Peter
Travels.
Pan.
Gulliver's Travels.
Lord of the Flies.
Tendi Gulliver's traveled him, and somehow managed to clothesline this idiot when he was trying to run back towards the temple, and used like creation to make a ton of rope and just tied him down as best as they could so that Sin could do Sin's finishing move.
Thank you.
Oh, and what was that, Sin?
I would normally do my finishing move, but
Did you bore him to death?
well,
I read in my
very,
medicine
very
book
funny.
that said you can't have soup.
In this particular instance, I got my foot stuck in a rock, and I had to just throw an axe.
Well, that's kind of boring.
Hey.
It was lackluster, I guess, but it was effective.
A lackluster finish, but it's all right.
Sorry, what? I fell asleep. What happened?
Prudence, this is very mean. It was cool axe, big cool axe, and Tendy gave advantage and made axe look even bigger. It was so cool.
It's probably one of those sorts of you had to be there sorts of things.
Oh, yeah,
probably.
No, it was
absolutely.
super cool.
It was pretty neat.
I was there. You know, monks normally can be able to catch flying missiles at their person. You didn't bother to catch the rock that hit me in the forehead?
You mean with the two hands that were cupped under your thighs, carrying you as I was running as fast as I could through the crumbling temple? Those hands?
And look, it's not my fault you're not capable. You
It's not our fault that you're not capable.
Lee Austin clears his throat real loud
Yes,
and
Dad,
glares at
sorry.
Harlow.
And maybe you need to work on your thighs more.
Why do we always have to talk about thighs?
I don't know. They just keep mentioning it and winking at each other, and it's making me quite uncomfortable.
Yeah, well,
Me too.
join the
I'm
group.
glad I'm not the only one that noticed that.
We don't talk about thighs that much.
No, sometimes it is soft looks and gentle touches on arms.
Leos looks down to where Prudence's hand is touching his arm.
Now, now
Tendy
that,
makes like absolute hairball noises at the idea of this. Yeah.
now the touches I could relate to, but look, listen.
Ew.
I wouldn't concern yourself if there is in fact some imminent danger to a temple that has no more valuables within it. Then I will make sure to leave, but I cannot leave before this place is not rebuilt, which will take some time.
Okay, but counterpoint. You're hurt. And also, another point, what if another thing comes back and we're not here just to help?
Well, what if it's here
But what are you
because
gonna
you're? What if it's here because you're here? If you leave, perhaps maybe it will go away.
Maybe, but you don't know that for sure.
Well, we don't know the other part for sure. We're just as clueless.
And you could not tell when I made ginger tea, so you know.
That was
Honestly-
not ginger tea. I've
It
had
was
I
ginger
made
tea.
ginger tea back in with my husband. That is not ginger tea.
It's northern ginger, like way north.
Yeah,
It's the same ginger.
I had to borrow the ginger from Lee Austin. I don't know what it was, but it'll work. It's effective. I've done it a million times.
Ginger-
Calm down.
Wait, Poppy, wait.
Yeah.
Which you took from the Austin?
Mhm.
The ginger?
Mhm.
Was it ginger or green buds? Very important question.
It was ginger. I know what ginger is.
Okay. Tendy's
Yeah.
making sure.
Just in case, like, Lee Austin checks his bag to make sure the green buds are where they're supposed to be.
You know, if you're saying that it wasn't attacking you and it was attacking the temple, I will be able to leave in enough time. And he looks over at Poppy. I'm not going to be hurt forever. I do heal, just like you guys might. Well, maybe not you. I'm not as youthful. But it's not like I'm stuck this way permanently from a rock to the forehead.
I'm well aware of how a migraine and
Skylar's forgetting what it's called. Oh no.
Concussion?
concussion works. That made me sound very sure of myself.
Prudence has started to space out, imagining dropping Harlow a couple of different ways. Just on the way there. Just smiling while she's like looking out the window.
Could we at least, on our way home, send word to your husband so he might be aware?
Do
I
you,
think that would. I think that would settle the little ones.
Yes.
oh, where did you come from and what way did you take to get here? It all depends.
south.
Zobek.
You come from all the way from Zobek?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't pass by any cities, I suppose, unless you took the long way around the forest.
Roads, but in mountains and very scary city.
Oh, Bratislava, yeah, no, I'm glad that we're at least relatively obscured from the main road from those brainless... what is so funny?
Is Harlow Gladislor?
Vernon starts chuckling.
Yes.
Good joke. Good joke.
But perhaps if you make it back to Zobek, you could send word for sure. But what exactly you came up here to offer things to your particular gods? One god?
Yes. Many.
Are different gods.
Okay. Well, if you, I mean, I'm familiar enough with Zobek. It is right down the river from Senjerstad. Well, not right down the river, but if you get back home to Zobek, you, if you feel so inclined, you could send word to Stefan in Senjerstad, and he'll at least be made aware.
Is there something you want me to do with the other bag of potatoes? They're off.
They're off?
Yes.
Like off kilter? Off course?
No, they're bad.
Oh, they're spoiled.
Yes. Do you have a place? Do you have like a compost or something?
No. I keep those to make some a particular type of meat and potato pie, but I make sure that it's poisoned so that way that some people that visit that are ne'er-do-wells get food sickness.
What?
So you do have enemies then?
They don't know it's me. It's just the fact that the food is spoiled.
I mean, you could just put two and two together, make four.
So,
I assure you that the leeks are fresh, ish.
Jordan, do you mind spelling the name of that town? Senjerstad?
Yeah, Senyer Stad. It is right down the River Argent. It goes... River Argent kind of skirts by the Margrave Forest to the south, a little bit to the west, or east, and then it passes by Stefanster before the river forks, and the next place down is Senjerstad.
Okay, I'll just put potatoes back in the pantry then, I guess.
I mean, just because the potatoes may be spoiled to eat, you could replant them and probably grow fresher potatoes.
I'm not much of a god. I don't know anything about that.
Well, the good thing about potatoes, my friend, is they're pretty self-explanatory. You just put them in the earth, and give them some water and some time, and you'll get more potatoes.
I guess my expertise is more things that are made of meat.
And do you have a shovel?
Actually, I think I might.
Do you also have patience?
Sometimes.
Well,
I don't have a shovel. I guess I left it.
You have those rather sharp, capable bits about you. Like, I'm sure they could dig and break up part of the part of the earth to plant a potato, nary but like half a foot down, and all you need is patience.
Would you like them? Would you like them planted? I guess. Is that what you're getting at?
No. If you were asking about, I was going to plant them here, but if you wanted to take some potatoes, you are more than welcome to.
Okay. I guess I'd just take a few.
They are rather filling. If you wrap them in aluminum foil and put them on a fire, you got baked potatoes. Oh!
Would you mind if I excuse?
Excuse what?
I wish to go outside.
Oh, why? Can I come with you?
Sure.
It's going to smoke.
Adventure.
You got,
No, bad habit. Poppy's gonna stop it.
Pull a couple of those green buds.
Harlow,
Say no.
Harlow goes back to loudly slurping his soup.
Hello. When you finish, just I guess just go lay down or something, because I'll take care
Lay
of.
down!
No.
Just to
will
rest his
stay
head.
with Harlow.
Well,
Tendy
I-
will
okay,
stay.
Jindy,
the
why
point
don't we
is that
stand
I
in
will
all
take
time?
care.
Passion book did you read where you're telling him to go to sleep, but not telling him to eat?
Big yawn.
It had a red cover. It was rather thick book.
Was it a joke book?
It was from the library.
I need to see that book later. Anyway, Prudence, let's go.
Prudence and Poppy and whoever else. goes
Oh no,
outside.
did I interrupt something?
No.
Okay.
Sensei's back and
An invitation, basically.
cleans up.
Yeah, Tendy is gonna stay back and keep doing that bardic short rest thing, so maybe that'll help Harlow's head. Then
Leoth's
he'll gain hit points, which hopefully would do something about the concussion.
Leostin helps Sin, but as he's working, he looks over to Harlow and asks, "What do you know about children of gods and mortals?"
Well, gods live for eternity, is my understanding. And some gods were perhaps even fabled to be mortals once before. I would imagine, with enough time, that perhaps one would find themselves in a predicament where they would fall in love multiple times. And perhaps maybe, in part, their lineage with those that they fall in love with. And the children of the gods end up living quite blessed lives. Well, most of them, I would believe.
Some is being attacked by golems instead.
Well, I'm no child of a god, although my husband probably would like to admit it.
How often? Like Leoth takes a second think of how he wants to ask. Have you seen any in your lifetime?
Perhaps I have, working with the old temples. This being the second one that I've taken watch over, I'm pretty sure, even if I probably have, although they might not have told me.
Where is your first temple?
I was up, around Joe's, so are you familiar with the Wolf Mark? And Smuggler's Isle up there on the Reaver Coast.
Leosin kind of chuckles a little bit. Yes, I am familiar.
Well, it came down from the north, and that was a place where at least I felt like they needed the most guidance for, or at least somebody who wasn't wanting to go out and sail the seas or pillage things. So I stayed there for a while, and that's actually where I ended up meeting my husband.
I found the book. It's Sobek's Book of Home Remedies.
He just has a giant fucking book in his backpack.
In case
He
we need
loves
to.
it.
If you don't mind, I do appreciate good reading. I don't believe I've read that volume yet.
Sure, I'm finished. So sure. He hands the book over.
What now that you've come and you've visited, I'm assuming you'll probably rest the night, and you're welcome to stay. Where are you off to after this?
I suspect back to Zobek.
What's been going on in Zobek as of late? It's been a long time since I've been there.
Leosin clears his throat, trying not to think about the whole Marak situation. It's hard for me to say. I've only been there for a few months. I'm not sure what has changed. It seems relatively peaceful. We don't have a lot of trouble there.
New
We
Adventurers Guild.
true. We
What?
in the keep they a man bought it and turned it into a guild, which is what we are part of. That's how we all came together.
You slay monsters?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes.
We try to. We get sent to solve a problem. We solve the problem. We get paid.
I suppose it's a rather lucrative business.
Leosin kind of like does like the nod back and forth, like yeah.
I'm sure most of you are quite young, but eventually you'll realize that you've reached an age where you might start to feel like you've maybe perhaps spent time doing something you wish would have been something else. And when that sort of regret comes in, there's really no way to go back in time to be able to correct it. You just have to have to deal with it, basically.
That puts a shadow over Leofson's face, and he kind of turns back to cleaning bowls.
Meanwhile,
Shut up, Jordan.
as Poppy and Prudence walk out, I just wanted to look around a little bit. Just talking to Poppy. Just investigate. See if there's something we missed.
Makes sense. Investigations. Let's go. I wish I had like a cool hat to put on when I said that. That would have been cool. Anyway, I have a hood. Puts hood on. Let's go. Does a spin.
That looks great on you.
Thank you.
So they walk outside and Prudence starts looking around, just picking up bits of the rubble from the golem. Do you think we should bring any of this back to the researcher?
Maybe. Maybe I could. Probably, actually. He
Just
might
look
know
like
a bit more.
rocks to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I could like draw it out like I did with the last thing that we fought that I can never pronounce.
The Ghirardelli.
The Gabahali. Gabahali. Thank you. What did you say? The Ghirardelli?
Yeah, the Ghirardelli.
The deli section of a grocery store?
Skylar,
I'm confused.
Skylar, I'm actually giving you a point of inspiration for pronouncing it right the second time.
Thank you.
I could have pronounced it right. I was just joking around.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Just being a silly little guy.
Just being a silly little guy.
Hey, you could be a silly little guy. I just awarded Skylar for actually making the effort to pronounce it right.
Fine.
It's because I had to type it out so many times. But anyway.
You and me both, sis.
Are there any rocks that look of potential worth to bring back to a research?
I need a perception check from you. And the answer to the following question.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
You're gonna spend something to re-roll it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my my inspiration.
You can't just go, I refuse.
You rolled better.
I rolled a...
Technically.
Actually, wait. I don't have to spend my inspiration because I'm a god child now, right? If I roll a 1, I get to re-roll it, right?
Correct.
Okay,
So
so I'm putting my inspiration back.
You can just use your inspiration and roll it the third time then.
Okay, fine, I will.
Watch you get an 8.
Prudence,
I can't
who are
wait.
you fighting with?
Come on. It didn't roll.
It didn't land, it was a 4 though.
Oh man.
I mean, if it didn't grow in the barn.
Alright, well then
but-
do me a favor. Answer me this. What from the rocks and rubble in the temple, what defines valuable to Prudence?
Well, she's looking for a rock that has a similar shine to what the golem looked like. I guess she would look like for anything that has any sort of like etching in it. Like, I would assume when it comes to magic, or Prudence would assume when it comes to magic, there needs to be like some sort of like writing or insignia or paint or anything. So, I mean, like, she's just looking around at the remains of the golem and is looking for anything that's even remotely, like, odd.
Yeah,
Poppy,
I mean, hold on. I'll say with the upturned earth and the damage and destruction and dust, it's very hard to see anything that's considered valuable.
Can I roll for luck? Just scoop up some rocks, and then if I'm lucky, I pick up something.
Poppy's gonna cast Detect Magic.
You're so smart.
Thank you. I play a +0 intelligence
Hold on.
character.
You're so smart. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
And I will say that if there is any magic, to Poppy it just looks like a bunch of colors. like you look into is it a kaleidoscope?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
As you look around, you see that there are some items that are magical, but they are both being worn by you and Prudence.
Yeah, you're so colorful.
Oh, thank you. Is that a compliment or an insult?
It means that you're doing good. Because you got stuff. Anyway,
You're colorful too.
I know. You can see it too?
No, I was just returning the compliment.
Oh. Anyway. I don't think there's anything left here of like magical.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know, we'll pick a couple of rocks for Victor, but I wanted to go up there and look around a little bit more. She
Mhm.
wants to go to where the golem seemed to have come and investigate there.
There's a column that was like half tipped over that kind of makes a steep but natural ramp up to the roof. Would be no problem for Prudence.
Goes up the natural ramp.
Do you
Poppy
follow,
flies
Poppy?
up. Yeah.
You solved my column puzzle. Alright, up there's obviously a lot more snow. You see the large tracks that the stone golem had like taken a couple of steps on. It's hard to like looking around. What exactly are you looking for up on the roof?
What direction it came from?
Alright. The back part of the building, it seems like there is like a couple of you wouldn't really call them ledges, but like to a golem of that size, probably a couple handholds that allowed it to at least like descend without having to jump and land and break anything on its coming down.
It came from above.
Yeah, there's more mountains that kind of go up a little bit behind the temple.
Prudence pulls out her map and like kind of like holds it and like kind of points it wherever like the golem seems to have come from to see if there's any sort of city or town in that direction.
I mean, for the closest town itself would be Bratislor. Like that's a major city that would be practically on any sort of map.
But is it coming from that direction, or is it just like the nearest city?
The mountain?
Okay, so imagine this is what I'm like seeing in my head, right?
Okay.
An evil wizard in some sort of northern town sends the golem out. The golem makes a straight line towards the temple. No matter how far away that is, I'm just assuming he walked and never stopped. So whatever that straight beeline is.
Is there like another temple a bit a ways that's in the same direction?
No, not a temple. So imagine that the mountain right directly behind the temple is exactly north of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Following that logic, it could be Lodzig in the Greater Duchy of Morgau or Krakova, although those are both Krakova's like incredibly far away. Lodzig is let me see. Lodzig would be practically, if you were to go straight there, it's, judging between the amount that you've traveled from Zobek to here, it's probably 1.5 times that distance, but there are no roads that lead directly to Lodzig.
So it's a great distance.
Yeah, like if
So
judging from your map, maybe over 300 miles.
Could I infer then that whoever did this probably is some sort of godly entity that can command things from anywhere? Or could I infer that perhaps they came from Bratislav?
You can infer whatever you want. It basically is speculation at this point. You don't
I
have
know, but I
anything
have so much intelligence. Prudence is way smarter than me.
You
know what I'm saying here, dog?
Hey, Prue.
Didn't you already
Yes,
do a
kinda.
knowledge
It was
check
helpful.
on the golem?
I didn't.
You didn't.
Tendy
Tendy
did.
did.
Oh. You can attempt your own history check thinking about this.
Is it a history check that I want? Maybe I'm not. What is it, Poppy? Hold on, Jordan.
Do you remember the Red Wizards and how they transported us from Zobek to a different place so we could
Yes.
fight in that tournament? What if it was something kind of like that?
Like Polsel.
Yeah. Because it would have, like you were saying, it would have been a really long distance away for it to just walk. And I
This
feel
doesn't
like
make any sense.
it would have been probably stopped on the way, or I don't know, we would have noticed it sooner.
I agree.
But if it were transported through like a portal or something, then maybe that makes a little more sense. I don't know.
Yeah, that is good. That is a good line of thinking. Just wish I knew for what reason. It's quite the mystery.
Mhm. Too bad we don't have a detective with us.
Too bad.
Tendy would love to meet the detective someday.
They say apropos of nothing inside
Tendy, where
the
the
building.
fuck did you
for
come
no
from?
reason.
Everyone inside just looks over at Tindy like, what the fuck?
They've just been staring off into space with their pupils not at all looking in the same direction, and they just go,
Tendy would like to meet an Althea someday.
Looks over at what? Never mind.
Okay.
That's pretty scary though, if you think about it. If they just sent something over here, and he did Harlow. He did say it was Harlow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's also a dog at my doggy daycare named Harlow, and I was like, am I just confusing things? Anyway,
Well, if Harlow said that maybe it was sent here because we were here, and that seems kind of scary.
Yes, that's why I want to figure it out. I want to know who would send a golem after us.
I can't tell if you're scared or not.
No, I'm not scared.
You don't seem to be scared very often.
It's just a big deal, right? Like, we need to... She sort of, like, looks at her map confused and frustrated and up at the mountain where it seems to have come from nowhere.
Oh, you look up at the top of the mountain and you see a neon sign that says Glasgow Stone Golems.
I know that I'm not supposed to figure it out right away. I just want, like, I want a little teeny tiny hint. Let's go inside, Poppy.
Okay. Hey, Prue?
Yes.
Are you in love with the Austin?
Prudence just flushes a deep red. Well, why would you ask that question?
Well, because he said that I guess he... Look at you guys. I mean, that seems like love to me.
Lee Austin has a lot going on right now.
So do you.
Not as much.
Not necessarily true.
Prudence just stands there awkwardly, looking over Poppy's head into the middle.
I'm guessing that means a yes. Tindy told me that silence oftentimes means yes.
We should go inside. I'm very cold.
That's called avoiding the topic. Let's go inside.
Prudence comes in rubbing her brows.
Poppy looks very proud.
Oh no! Prudence have concussion?
No, I'm fine. Just picking up rocks.
Prudence has a confession.
I don't have a
Tendy's pupils get real big.
But the
think-
confession will come later.
I think I need to go
Oh, that's
outside and pick up more
boring.
rocks.
No, you just got inside.
And so, like I was saying before, we had Prudence and Poppy come back in. Most people do think that Midgard is just flat, and floating in a vast space of living stars.
It's in the root of a tree. I've been telling you this the whole time. It's the root of a tree.
I'm
No,
not
no,
saying
no. It's a hollow cylinder. It's both flat and round. You're all wrong.
Tendy has read so many books on this subject. If Harlow wants to argue with Tendy about something that Tendy has academic knowledge of, then Harlow can go ahead and do that, and Harlow can be wrong. Tendy is telling Harlow the tree inside of the roots of the tree, like Lee Austin says, is Midgard. Everyone is knowing this. Then the tree grows up, and under the tree and under Midgard is the flat disc. And under that is the 4 elephants, and under the 4 elephants is the great space turtle who flies through space. Everyone is knowing this.
Applause?
I read somewhere up north that there's an entrance into the hollow Midgard.
Yes, Tendy has heard about this.
Just north or north?
Just somewhere cold.
Very, very north, Tendy is hearing.
Oh,
Scholars is saying many things about it because also some scholars is saying that the Jordan, I don't know this. Tendi does. What are the names of the roads? The magic roads? The
Fey
Fey
roads.
lines?
Fey roads.
The Fey roads? The Fey roads is part of the roots, right? And Tendi is hearing that the root system is hollow, and inside the root system is where the Fey roads actually happen. This is what Tendi is hearing. Tendi has been having the most excitable academic discussion with this poor old man this entire time.
I love them. This is great.
I never get to have them talk about things that they know, so this is exciting.
I'm excited too, but I didn't. He at least wasn't like he's made it perfectly clear he does not have a particular belief in the creation of the world. But that was a rather energetic and slightly aggressive take on calling him out for that. But he goes, "Oh, perhaps it is time I get changed." Well,
Don't sleep yet.
I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm
Okay.
sure you won't let me.
Nope.
And he goes ahead. He has long since he basically downed the soup as Prudence and Poppy were leaving, and so he goes ahead and heads toward his room.
Tendi. Yes. I asked Prue if she was in love with Leofston, and she turned red like a tomato. This is because Prudence is in love with Leofston. I know. Yes, it's so good. I used to only read about this stuff in books, but it's right in front of us. Well, Poppy has to write this into Poppy's book. I'm on it.
Poppy brings out her book. Starts
scale
writing a
of-
romance novel.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how loud are they being?
I think for once they might actually be being quiet.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more threatening actually because you can see them speaking to each other, but for the first time you can't hear them speaking to each other.
Oh,
But
no.
they do keep looking over at you, so that's fun.
Oh no.
It's the equivalent of a child who is always loud suddenly going dead silent.
Mhm.
What are they doing?
What do you have in your mouth, Dendi?
A knife.
No.
Well, the investigation outside didn't lead to much of anything. Did find a couple of rocks. That's about it.
What were
Did you
looking
find my shoe?
Your shoe.
I got it stuck on a rock and
Did I find Sin's shoe? Jordan,
Yes.
did I find Sin's shoe?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't know, did I?
She was doing an awful lot of looking. Did she find a shoe while she was doing looking?
She did a.
I love that the indignation sounds are there, but we can't hear them because the mic won't pick them up. I see you opening up your mouth and closing it, and I know that you're going, but I can't hear
So
it.
you
know,
know, find my
you know,
shoe or not, Jordan?
Yeah, sure. Since you asked me, no, you didn't.
I'm sorry, Sin, I did not find your shoe.
That's because I found it earlier and I brought it inside. I thought we were all like he fell in front of us.
Oh,
It-
Poppy is
I thought he was gonna pick it up, but then he just walked away.
oh, that one's not mine.
What? No, Poppy, put down. It's rat shoe. No, bad rat shoe. No.
Bad rat shoe.
Tendi immediately is worried that it's the shoe that guy got that was enchanted that made him get carried off
Oh.
by rats.
Oh my god, I forgot about that shoe.
No,
It's
that's
okay.
good.
I'll go outside later and see if I can find it.
That
Tendi
is
will
a-
magic a shoe up for Sin
Wait,
for the
can
time
you
being.
Can you press the digitation, the dust off of it? Maybe he just doesn't realize it's his because it's all dirty.
Okay.
She
Sin,
cleans
look,
the
your
shoe.
shoe.
That's how prestidigitation works.
Oh,
I thought
I
she
can
was
clean
just
one
being
cubic
sassy.
square foot.
Sin, look, we found your shoe. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, it was just sitting here. It's crazy.
I was just I guess confused because it was grey and now it's not grey.
Yeah, it's brown. It's because you tripped and fell on the rocks.
Well, thank you.
Tindy, we've got a lot of work.
Tendy work is never done.
It's like we're raising them all.
Tendy is too young to be parrot. But Tendy will do this.
You're so brave, Tindy.
Tendy is so brave.
I love this idea that they just think that they're the parents when in reality everyone's like watching over them all the time. So good.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Looky, looky, looky.
Gridden starts poking the cube that's on the table.
It's actually in my backpack, but okay, it's on the table now.
I thought you put it on the table earlier.
I put it back up. I took it off the table when we went to go fight the golem.
Yes, and Skylar.
Anyway.
Yeah, the cube, I can tell that you want to watch it.
Time out.
Wait.
Time out.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just said that you found Sin's shoe, but you had to ask me to be the deciding factor. That's not very yes and of you. You could have just been like, I
You're the
found his shoe.
DM. You're the god of the world.
I will tell.
Don't tell him that.
Finding Sin's
more-
shoe is not inconsequential, my dude.
It's very vital. It changes his AC if he doesn't have it on.
It's
By 0.5.
Yes.
All right, let me go ahead and adjust his AC then.
No, but he has it on
I don't even
now.
know you said it's vital though.
Yeah, it's his vital organ. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not.
they found his shoe though, so you don't have to change it. They found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's fine now.
Good. So someone came to your rescue.
Here's a cube.
Thank you for pulling the cube out of your backpack that wasn't on
Mhm.
the table.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, my backpack was on the table. It's just you just had to grab it from the table.
Right, so technically it was on the table.
Mm-hmm, but you didn't know it was in there.
Right, right.
Anyway, it's a cube.
Maybe it fits in something.
It fits in my bag and in my hand when I grab it. See?
Is this a square space in the temple?
You mean like a room?
I mean, like the same size
Like a
as
cube.
the cube.
To put the cube in the square, the temple.
Like a keyhole.
Yeah, is there a place in the temple that has a space that this would fit into?
Prudence looks
Mr.
at the
Cube.
cube that's made of canvas. No, I don't think so.
Do I still have detect magic up?
No.
Oh man. I used it for something not important, and this is totally important.
What was it?
Hello, Mr. Cube.
What?
Was it detect magic you needed?
Yeah.
I got you. Hang on.
Um,
I
Let
can
me
cast
see
it
if I still
again.
have
It's
it.
just I have like 2 spell slots for
Listen,
this.
we about to take a nippy nap. I will cast detect magic.
Let me help you with something.
No,
Yeah. Let me
no,
Well,
but then I won't get to
take-
talk to the cube.
let's take this moment to understand the spell detect magic.
Detect magic. It just brightens up magic things.
Yeah,
Makes them real bright.
Detect magic is one action with a range of self,
Mhm.
with verbal and somatic components and durations 10 minutes requiring concentration.
Mhm.
It is a ritual spell, meaning if you have this spell, you can cast it as a ritual, which just increases the casting time of it an additional 10 minutes. So 10 minutes and 6 seconds, you get a free detect magic.
I want to do that.
I'm just impatient.
That is a you problem.
I'm
Poppy
well
will be
aware.
talking to the cube this whole time, and
Hello,
Tendy's eyes
cube.
just like unfocus, and then uses detect magic as a ritual over the next 10 minutes while Poppy is making friends with the cube.
Well, the thing is, I don't have detect cube. No, I don't have speak with inanimate objects. Oh my god, I want
But I
that
can
spell.
figure out what kind of magic it is. I can learn
Yeah.
the school of magic, can I not?
You should
That's
be
a
able to.
Jordan question. I think that's right?
You should be able to. I've seen it done like that before.
I always
think
worry
you-
when I get excited to use spells that I'm going to be like, well, here's how it works.
Yeah.
And Jordan's going to be like, well, actually. And
For
then I
the
will just go,
duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense the magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Thank you for reading it out loud. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I have a voice that can read. Not very well, but it happens.
So, 10 minutes go by, and 6 seconds. Very important.
Mhm, mhm.
And you are wanting to know if this cube is magic or not.
yes, I want to know what school of magic this cube has.
Well, it is. Firstly, you do see a faint aura of magic, which confirms that this is, in fact, not just a cube, and it is magical.
Jet cube.
And as you continue to focus in on the cube itself, you can get the sense of the type of magic that it is. And it is
Mhm.
clockwork magic.
What is that? I tell
Isn't that like-
Poppy that.
What my mom does?
Clockwork magic?
Does Poppy know what clockwork magic is?
I'd say both Poppy and Tendy would know the most about what clockwork magic is. Tendy more so, but the origins of clockwork magic are nebulous at best. Those who are like more religious say it's derived from the divine, and that a follower of some god of smiths or machines or even time had like some sort of an epiphany. Those who are less religious just say that clockwork magic was like a discovery of an ancient artificer while experimenting with gears and steam, and built the first device that was animated by enchantments. But whatever the origin of it, clockwork magic basically could involve things like time manipulation, constructs, and mechanical devices of all kinds. It's a blend of magic and technology unlike the which have never been seen. And somewhere Victor goes, I know my calling.
If we is bringing back Cube to school, maybe Tendy is finding someone who knows about Cube.
Maybe. Yeah. I guess we can bring it back.
So, it's mechanical.
I do want to try some other things though to see if we can figure it out on our own because I like figuring things out. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at puzzles, but it's fun.
Tendy needs to figure out Tendy's weird new ghost light.
And Tendy is going to go hang out with their lantern so they can attune to it and figure out what the deal is.
Okay, Cube, it's you and me.
They
I
also
don't
make a
have-
gesture like I'm in the room too.
I know I was about to say Prudence is watching.
And
I'm
also
still
these
here
guys.
too.
The only one that left was.
And Mara's right there.
I'm gonna cry.
Like I said, Cube, it's you and me. Tendy goes into the other room like, where did everybody go?
Object
Ah.
permeance is not a thing we are good at.
I guess we could just like pass it around and see if we can get an idea of anything that many eyes are better than just one set, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Can you
Can't
say
trace-
something about yourself once you get the cube?
What?
Leops makes a
Yes.
face.
Work building exercise.
Oh,
You're
oh,
the only person who's allowed to talk, and you have to say, hello, my name is blank, and everyone has to say, hello, blank.
okay. Hello, my name is Poppy Honey Blossom.
Are you saying this to the cube or to the...
All of the above.
Am I not gonna get a hello? Okay, fine.
Hello,
No.
Poppy.
Yay! And, you guys already know a lot about me, don't you? What do you not know? I have
don't-
6 middle names!
That's quite a lot.
Is that true?
I grew up with gnomes. They at least have 12.
So you have less than normal.
Yeah, I just thought it was too much. It was a lot to remember, and my name Poppy Honey Blossom is already really long.
It's longer than Prudence.
Well, what are they?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? No, it'll come back around. I'll tell you that when the cube comes back around. Prudence.
Do you throw it to her or hand it to her?
And I'm not throwing my precious cube. Oh my god.
Prudence takes it graciously. There's like no whole seam. Shakes it. No sound. No smell.
Yes, but what's your name?
Prudence. She hands it to the upstairs.
What's something about you? You forgot the whole thing.
You're the one that suggested that.
It's just out of character.
Oh. Well.
See how difficult it is to discern, Skylar?
I don't know what they're talking about.
Althea's here.
Who? I'm confused. Tindy wanted to meet her.
Althea walks out of the room in the opposite direction that Tendi went. Someday, at the end of this campaign, the twain shall meet.
Austin kind of like turns the cube over in his hand and like thinks, and then he takes out his like little survival like pocket knife. He cuts his hand open and tries to like rub blood on it.
Milston,
On
what
the
are you
cube?
doing?
On the cube.
The cube, for a moment, it seems to absorb into the cloth of the kind of canvas part of the cube, and then, like a colander, the blood disappears from the top cleanly, and then just, as if maybe delayed by about 5 seconds, exits the bottom of the cube, leaving no stain behind it.
Prudence takes Leofsted's hand and starts mending it. So stupid.
It's it's more information than we had before. He offers it over to Sin.
Sin takes the cube and just looks at every single side. I would like to do some kind of roll to see if I can decipher how to either open some kind of intelligence check or some kind of thing.
Give me an intelligence of Arcana. A check of Arcana.
That was almost a 20. But here we are.
Yep. Hard telling. It looks, I mean, craftsmanship wise, it's a rather phenomenal looking type cube because it is, you can't even really tell if there's any stitching involved, yet all all the sides of the cube meet up with each other as if it is one seamless. Like there's no seam, none, zero seam. It is just a cube of cloth canvas. And then Harlow comes back in with a candle on a little holder that is about a very ugly yellowish wax, and he is wearing a stocking cap and a long like nightgown. And he goes, I'm going to read that book you gave me, and then that enough time should pass so that I could be able to go to bed.
Hey, Harlow, what's your read on this cube?
What's the vibe, Harlow?
All of us are just sitting in a circle staring at it.
He walks over to all of you, kind of just like, ooh, like this cube, and he goes, I've been wondering where that was. Where did you find it?
We could have asked him the whole fucking time. We are not good at this game.
When I was worshiping you, if you remember waking up in the worship hall, you were handing it to me. You were handing it to me totally within your will, not against your will, without the sword at your neck, I promise.
Definitely not at the bottom of the cereal box.
That sounds very specific, as if you're trying to cover up that that's exactly what happened. But no, this is God, it's been a while. You guys think that this is just a regular cloth cube?
It doesn't do anything.
Oh, it does plenty.
Maybe you have to crack it open.
I'm about to do a stress test on it.
No, if you you could certainly stand upon it, and it won't really seem to do much. But he kind of pulls up a chair, and he does that thing where it just wood scrapes on stone for a bit. And he sits down. This is a rather magical item indeed. Do you happen to know how magical things work? Created items?
Usually you have to sit with it for a little bit.
Yeah, about upwards of an hour. How long have you been sitting with it, or have you been handing it off to one another?
We've all taken a look at it, I guess.
You know, it was just me and the cube, but then other people were there too.
It's understandable. Curiosity does certainly do wonders for our mortal kind. No, this is not anything that, you might find it fascinating. Perhaps, maybe, I meant to give it to you. I can't quite remember, but I've had this for a while. I don't need it anymore. You could certainly feel free to take it off my hands, but it's a campaign field tent.
This is decidedly a cube and not a tent.
Right.
No concussion still ailing you.
Here, hold on. Let's make some room. And he gets up.
And it picks up the chair.
Oh, thank you. That was rather nice of you. I need to push this table aside, too.
Take the chair.
He also picks up the table.
He was sitting on the table.
He's a Poppy at the table.
And he goes, all right, go ahead and place the cube in the center of the room.
Can I put it in the center? I'm asking because someone else is holding it.
I think Sin has it.
Then can I put it in the center?
Okay.
Thank you,
Sin.
thank you.
Hands it to Poppy.
Poppy goes and puts it in the center. And expects something to happen immediately.
He puts it. He goes,
Oh my god, Tendi, come see this!
oh, yeah, I passed by Tendi walking through the halls. Go get her before I say the magic word.
Tendi!
Poppy goes and runs to get Tendi.
Tendy is a spooky ghost with spooky ghost lantern.
Tendy comes back in with Poppy.
Okay, Tindy does have a ghost, but it's fine. They told me that it wasn't real. Anyway, we're gonna do the cube.
Oh, Tendy wants to know about the cube.
You'll want to stay back against the wall, and you see he's actually up against one of the stone walls that's more bare. He goes, it's about, I want to say about 15 feet by 10 feet. I know it doesn't look like it, but all you'd have to say is the word Castra, and as soon as he says the word Castra, this cube sort of does a thing where not only does it swell in size, but maintain the same size of canvas cloth. It just seems to expand and eventually, like in like a half second or a second, just out into this 10 by 15 it's 15 feet on the side, 10 feet high, and even if like you can tell that it's like staked into the stone of the stone floor itself, firmly attached. And was there anybody who did not get to the wall in time?
My dignity. Anyway, no.
Imagine as soon as he saw like Harlow do like shuffling to the wall, Leofton does too, and puts his arms in front of the littles.
Like the parent seatbelt.
Yes, exactly. Parent seatbelt.
Please make it, Tendy.
Yeah,
Tendy's fine.
It's helpful. It's able to house quite a bit of you. If you are all taking such large journeys and treks like such as coming all the way here from Zobek, but it's rather remarkable. It's hard. It's immune to non-magical attacks, excluding siege weapons. Hopefully you don't come across those.
How do you get it to close again?
Castra, and it'll. But
Oh,
I'm
Tendy
sure
wanted
you.
to pick Tendy's room.
I'm sure you probably wanted to look inside. So perhaps maybe
Castra!
nothing happens.
It's probably because
Tendy has to
you need to
attune.
bond with it.
But Tendy has already made friends with Lantern Friend.
I can make friends with the cube unless someone else wants to.
I can no longer make friends with anything else.
I
You
can't
have too many friends.
I am.
I'm
I
lousy.
can't
with
have
them.
any more friends.
Us fucking introverts are acting like we can only be attuned to one friend at a time. Nope, sorry, I already have 2 whole friends. I am.
My slots are taken up. Sorry.
Okay, I guess unless Din can make more friends, then I'll just have to take the cube. Oh no.
It's up to you, Poppy. If you don't want it, I'll take it.
I mean, if you want it, you can have it. But I mean, there's this cube, and I don't know, man.
It doesn't require
It's a
any.
cube.
It doesn't require anything other than just making sure that you are with it for an hour.
Friendship.
I've had it in my possession for many hours, so it is very easy for me to say the word and have it open back up. Would you like to look at your room, the inside?
Yes. Please.
Before I say the word, do I have everyone's understanding that for magical items and to be able to use them, you must at least spend a focused 1 hour with them?
Yeah, I've already done that with
Yes,
something
Harlow.
before.
Good. I hate to be. I mean, it's something your parents should have taught you, but Castra, and he like.
Hello, cube. Since we meet again.
So, this tent contains a small table with a chair and 5 simple beds made of cloth and foldable wooden frames. It can hold up to 6 medium or smaller creatures, and when you finish a short rest in the tent, it regains double the hit points from any hit dice it spends. When a creature finishes a long rest in the tent, it reduces its exhaustion level by 2 instead of 1. And in addition, a creature has advantage on saving throws it makes against disease and poison while it rests inside the tent.
Nice.
It's a good tent.
It does have 50 hit points.
Some more hit points than I have.
Get wrecked.
It is a very big tent.
The tent is now our tank. Just throw the tent out during battle.
Go, Castra. Go. Yeah, I will say that because you guys will need to know this, because if you guys do want to use it as a weapon, each creature in the area where the tent appears must make a dexterity saving throw or take 5d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save.
Jesus.
So what I'm hearing is we can use the tent as a weapon.
Let's not use the tent as a weapon, guys.
Yeah.
Let's
don't know-
use the tent as a weapon.
I don't know why I have to be the one to tell us this, but
Well,
maybe
hold on,
we should,
hold on.
we should use it.
What happens when the tent runs out of health points?
Hit points?
It dies.
Yeah,
The
it
tent
dies.
dies.
And makes 0 saving throws.
Which is why I said friendship.
And by dies, do you mean that it turns back into a tent later on the next day?
No, it dies.
It breaks.
I have to assume that it completely breaks and then we can't use it ever again.
So
Yeah.
it's like that thing your parents should have taught you: treat your things with respect.
Why do you keep bringing up my mom and dad?
Don't bring them in this.
Do you know my mom and dad? Grandpa
Voice
did
in
not
my
talk
head?
to Tendy enough. Grandpa just watched Tendy read a wall.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but all of us are kind of missing one parent.
I
Way
wasn't,
to bring it up.
I wasn't aware you haven't really talked about yourselves very much.
We were talking about ourselves. Were you not around for the circle?
Harlow.
Were you not around for the circle?
We only got to you. You were the only one that shared
The only one that
information.
shared anything, which I don't know. If someone doesn't share right now, then maybe you'll never know my 6 middle names.
I shared
Maybe you'll
blood.
never know.
What are
I
your,
guess you did share blood.
What are your 6 middle names?
We'll share something about you, Harlow, and then I'll tell you.
I think I've shared plenty. Otherwise, I'm going to go brush my teeth and go to bed.
Okay, then go brush your teeth and go to bed. Tindy, share something about you. Oh, Tendy is lactose intolerant. We had ice cream. Uh-huh. Yeah, that tracks. Anyway. And Tendy will do it again.
Tindy scares me sometimes.
Okay, since Tindy shared this thing that I should have known but didn't, I'll share something that maybe Tindy should have known but didn't. Is it one of the 6 middle names? Yeah. Oh, should I share them all just one at a time or all at once?
Harlow
Tendy knows one of
peeked
them.
back in.
Tindy knows one of them. Which one do you know? Daffodil? That's my brother. That's not my middle name. Shoot. I understand why it's confusing. It's all flower names.
I thought Teddy was gonna say, "Ah, shit."
Tendy would never say, "Aw shit." That is a bad word. Tendy would say, "Aw fuck."
Okay, I'll just share it. Okay, so my whole name is Poppy Lynn Embretta Calatrix Delphine Cynthia Bella Rose Honey Blossom.
Well, it's actually
so many.
quite pretty.
Thank you. Tendy only has 2. How
2
come
middle
Poppy
names?
can't have so many names?
Because I grew up with gnomes.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well,
When
but then isn't your father a gnome?
Yes, that's why Tendy is uncooked. Tender. Tendy full name. Uncooked first name.
Chicken 1. Elizabeth 2. Tender 3. Fiddlefen last name.
Poppy, I'm not gonna lie. When you started naming off your name, I heard you say words, but to me it was United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Poppy is worldly.
Yes, very. Why Harlow is laughing?
I
I'm
thought
laughing.
Harlow left to go brush his teeth.
He's brushing his
Harlow,
teeth,
come back.
not eating.
Get back!
Not eating women empowerment M&Ms.
Are you allowed to eat those?
I'm an ally, okay?
Allied to women?
Yep.
Okay. I thought they got rid of the M&M mascots.
That was a Super Bowl joke.
They had like a marketing person or something who's like trans, and so a lot of the Hershey stuff, which I think is M&M's too,
Mars,
has like a
yeah.
lot of like Hershey is her and she, not like Hershey. So like it's a whole thing. It's got the other side all in a tangle. It's great.
Oh no.
I'll tell you about
Love
it
it
later.
when that happens. Yes, please.
Yeah, those that live on the other side in Bratislava
Yeah, Bratislava.
and Krakowa.
You know what we say when those Bratislorians are fucking homophobic and transphobic?
We
They're
eat the rich.
Madislorians.
Off beans.
Lee Austin's looking at the tent. Like, are we sleeping in here or are we sleeping in the room?
We should sleep in the tent because I think it's fun.
Tendy wants to pick Tendy's room.
Yeah.
There are no rooms, and Tendy knows this, and so do I. But Tendy's
I want to
picking
pick my
their own
corner.
room.
Tendy, can we share a corner?
Can Tendy and Poppy hold hands when sleeping?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I will warn you though. You probably know this already because you spend so much time with me. But sometimes I do accidentally fly when I sleep, but just a little bit. It just hovers a little bit.
Okay.
Lee Austin looks
Tendy
tired.
is heavy with all
I'm
of
a-
the soup.
I'm a
Tendy
sleep
will go
flyer.
up and down.
Okay, cool. And this is true now.
Prudence slowly backs out of the tent.
Where are you
Very
going?
Quietly. Unnoticed.
Hold
You-
on.
I'm
Please
sorry,
hold.
you tripped over your lies of affection, and I heard you. Oh,
I
dang.
cannot tell you how much Tendy saw you leave the room.
I want to roll. See
Did
if-
I even get to contest it?
You can
Yeah.
try.
12.
What am I?
Please roll
Stealth?
low.
Are you
Stealth?
trying to? Yeah, it'd be stealth.
Even Poppy saw, man.
I just have to go to bathroom.
You're... Okay.
And it would be just when people casually sneak out of scenes, it's passive perception. Not that that really matters to Tendy because it's a fucking 20. But just letting everybody know that's typically against the passive. So the stealth.
Okay.
Stealth would have to be rolled
Where's my
first.
passive?
It's your perception plus 10.
I will mention something though, because Prudence lied, right? She's not going to the bathroom. Well, Tendy has that ability now.
Oh, Tendy knows. Tendy knows that she's lying.
Poppy fully believes it. Okay, we'll have fun. Or actually don't. I mean, maybe bring a book. I don't know.
Hope it all comes out okay.
Maybe you could bring Sin's book. That's the Book of Lies.
Tendy also knows everything about that book. That book was written by a man from Bratislava for sure.
Oh,
Leah.
Tendy, this corner's pretty good. Good
Leah.
warm corner.
Lee Austin puts his gear down and takes off his helmet and goes to leave the tent as well.
Why is everyone leaving the tent?
Only these two is leaving the tent.
I'm still here. So is Mara. Mara's right there.
Like a whole ass centaur standing there.
Just me and the. It's just me and my cube. I can't believe it happened twice. I can. Can't you? You're right. Anyway.
Tendi immediately takes Leofston's helmet and puts it on.
Oh my
You
god.
look so cool. Your ears don't quite fit in it though. But
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that
they
was
absolutely.
so cute.
They are hanging down like hair behind Tendi's head.
but it's so cool.
It looks like Leofston's hair.
Wait.
Poppy grabs out a dagger and gives it to you.
Here's a sword. You're the knight now.
I love this dude. You left us unattended. But Sin is here and Mara is here. But whose fault is it?
Sin
Tap-
and Mara
tap
are
someone.
Sin and Mara are the aunt, or the wine aunt, and the drunk uncle exclusively. Okay.
You left us alone with the alcoholics.
Hey, Sin, you got any wine?
Okay, I just have whiskey.
Tendi
you
makes
have to-
wine for Mara,
Mara,
Does it
so
Mara
that
have
Mara will
that-
not tell.
Mara, you have
Mara
that.
has infinite wine.
Yeah. She just doesn't want to share.
Let's make sure Sin is covered before she starts drinking her own stats.
You got something to drink? You good?
Tendi is strong wolf king.
Tindy's so strong. Tindy's so good.
Tendi flexes their non-existent muscle.
Oh. Tindy, can you make me little horns? Horns that
Tindy,
look like prudence.
What can I make? Can I make a bunch of carrots, or is that more than one item?
You can make one carrot and break it in half.
But then it only has one spiky part.
You can make a basket of carrots.
I would make a basket of carrots and take 2 carrots and like crack off the spiky bits and give them to Poppy.
Okay, I put them on my head. Oh, hello, Leofston.
Oh, hello, Prudence.
So crazy seeing you here in the tent that I definitely didn't walk out of a few minutes ago.
You know, I don't like seeing this when they're doing it, having to watch you two do it. It's not much
We
better.
are so cool, and we're going to fight.
Mara.
Actually, like a good play.
My god.
The Oxton must tell secret.
I don't want your secret.
Mara is
No.
the strongest
Yeah,
in the group.
you're not wrong about that. That's not a secret. Everybody knows that. Except for Leofston.
Leofston does not know many secrets.
Well, you know, men.
Yes, Tendi does not understand.
She like looks at Sin and rolls her eyes.
Tindy, you're so good at Leofston voice.
Tendi will absolutely do prestidigitation to make like a little fake light shine down on them.
Yes.
And they will, for everyone's enjoyment, if they so desire, do a play for Drunk Aunt and Drunk Uncle about Leofston the Wolf King.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Leofston, the best part, is probably not going to come back and find this.
He just
Like,
comes.
does my helmet smell like carrots?
I'm gonna cry.
Are they going to come back, or are they going off to do their own thing?
They're playing cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's
a
what it's
weird
called,
innuendo,
okay.
but
Yeah.
okay.
That's a strange thing to say.
Hold
okay.
on. Hold on. Time out. I humbly request the artists in our group to basically make something of the equivalent of this, but related to Midgard.
Its face.
Ooh, I have that. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Sorry, I have to copy, paste. Although I would like to draw the doubt, but it's Althea.
Yes, that's very good. That's very good.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the play. And here's
Poppy uses Druidcraft to make like flowers.
like they're falling from the sky because we did so good, Tindy.
Tendi does the biggest bow, and the helmet falls off of their head with the loudest clank.
The carrots fell off of Poppy a while ago.
Oh yeah, it was all theater of the mind.
Part of me wants to roll performance, but part of me also wants to just be like, yeah, that was great.
Oh, you know what? I'll take that. Hang on. Performance. How do I only have a plus? Are you joking?
That was almost a 1.
My
Ooh.
performance was a little lackluster, but you know,
It's okay.
I think I was mostly just dumbfounded by Tendy's performance that I like. My cues were a little off, you know?
You were the supporting cast.
Yeah. I wasn't the lead. It's fine. Next
my
time
God. You can put on the helmet.
How is this karma, Jordan? Excuse me?
I didn't
Is
say
this beef
anything.
from the other game? Is this beef from... I can take a screenshot of this and send it. It exists. Mm-hmm.
You'll upload this as like screen art to the video when it posts to
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
A 10-minute warning, by the way, for everybody. I do actually have some questions for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
since we, last week, that old thing, where I was able to pull up the characters from the session, I think, beforehand. I think everyone has their items. I know, Mara, I'm trying to, the items that everyone got, like Leofston, the sword that you got,
Yes,
is that in
do-
your inventory? Yes.
it is, and I'm trying to see if the cube is.
Cube's not, it's in Prudence's.
Okay.
Mine is.
Okay, so is it just, Mara, is it just your things that... Because I'm pretty sure you had the Asphodel was one, right?
Yeah, I got the asphodel and then the blue scarf with the symbol on it.
The medic sash?
Yeah.
Okay, and was there anything that was missing? Or was that it?
No, I think that should be it.
Okay.
I haven't added anything else since level 4.
Okay, then I'll put ever-flowing wine. Okay, well then I don't think we're missing anything then. So, obviously there's going to be, time to RP and stuff. But, you guys let me know, do you want to have a session where it is on the way back to Zobek? Or would we like to basically start as you are coming upon Zobek? Or are you going, to heck with this, let's go to that one place that Prudence thinks the stone golem came from? Because
Let's go to the beach.
I didn't think that. I was just trying to make inferences.
I vote Zobek.
Yeah, I vote we star wipe to Zobek.
Yeah.
I would. I kind of want to do a smaller baby version of the travel. Like, instead of doing 3 rounds, I think 1 round each of something that happened on the trip.
Okay. That's a good compromise. What we do in these sort of relationships, they're all based on compromise. Everyone good with one thing that they encounter on the way back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that in less than 10 minutes of viewing on YouTube time, you will likely be back to Zobek.
Mhm.
Although much time will probably have passed in between.
And it'll be like we never left, right?
Oh no, but I can give you a bit of as the laugh track of the studio audience fades on this session of Midgard, and the credits start rolling with like special guest Harlow is played by
Steve Buscemi.
Steve
Lopez.
Buscemi. Yeah.
Oh, I could see that.
Although I did make him sound like Team 4 Stars Master Roshi this episode for some reason. The camera, so it kind of like fades out, but then before the credits actually roll, there is the camera pans on a piece of paper with an inkwell next to it. And as it kind of zooms out, it already has some writing on it in a very fancy cursive handwriting. And a hand reaches to grab the quill out of the inkwell and taps it on the edge, letting the bit of loose ink come from it back into the inkwell. And it goes down, and you can't really see what is written above. The only word you can see is the last word of the top paragraph that says, or actually the last three words. It says, "of the realm." And then you see this very nice, like, model hand, slender hand, with kind of a decorative cuff on the end. Sign, "By his hand, His Excellency Glennanin Thelamandrin, comma, hidden ambassador in extraordinary of the Winter Court and to the Fey city of Zobek."
That bitch.
Mm.
So.
Uh-oh, sisters.
Uh-oh, sisters.
Oh, Grace.
Oh, Grace.
So we
Oh,
will,
no.
we will,
Oh, no.
we will touch back up on that next week on Midgard Z.